Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our lesson, that is how do organisms reproduce. So in the first introductory topic, I explain you reproduction means what, the definition of the reproduction. What is the definition of reproduction? In reproduction means they are giving birth to their young one of the same species or closely related species. So we have seen in our first introductory topic the definition of reproduction. Okay, then why reproduction is important, that also we have seen in our first introductory lesson. Why reproduction is important, what are the some points I had given you, that for that points the reproduction is important, such as continuation of life. If the one's organism is died, then its place is taken by other organism, that we have seen all. After it reproduction, then DNA copying we have seen, students. So DNA copying, what happens in DNA copying, the mixture of the two different individual organism is taking place, and so that variation occurs. So before going ahead, before explaining importance of variation, I would like to know you first reproduction. So reproduction is means what, giving birth of their own kind of same species or of their own kind, means we can give example, human being is going to give birth to the human being only, human baby, right? Cat is going to give birth to the kitten only of their own kind. Okay, that is reproduction. So there are two types of reproduction, students. Okay, there are two mainly types of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction and second type is asexual reproduction. It is going to be quite more interesting to learn sexual reproduction. See, students, in sexual reproduction what happens here, two different means there would be a one video, specific video for the differentiation of sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, but that video I will give you after completion of our both the type of reproduction, that is sexual and asexual. When it will get finished, at that time I will give you the differences between the sexual reproduction and the asexual reproduction. So here I am going to talk about sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means two different partners are involved during this sexual reproduction type of reproduction. Two different means of same species, but two different partners, means two partners, specifically we can say different, more than partners would be more correct. Two partners are required. Okay, while in asexual, A means not, A means what, not. So no, only single parent is involved, only single parent is involved in such type of reproduction type. Okay, so there are mainly two types of reproduction, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, two partners are required, or two partners are required for the mating, and after that the new baby is forming. So sexual type of reproduction requires two partners, while asexual reproduction, A means not, means no, for sexual act or for the mating no partner is required, only one partner or only one individual is enough for the such kind of reproduction pattern. So this is very important. And if we will talk about it, last time in my DNA copying I said you we have a cell, in that we have a nucleus, in nucleus we have a chromosome, and chromosome is getting divided, we have seen in a DNA copying. But here what happens in sexual type of reproduction, two DNA means two chromosomes are mixing together, means two different kinds of chromosomes are mixing together, and this mixing creates a variation, students. Means during sexual reproduction what happens, if suppose this is male and if this is female, if there would be mating during male and female, then what happens, their DNA material exchanged. As their DNA material exchange, the new information is produced in the form of proteins, and so that the variations are created. So the baby is having some characteristics are from mother and some are from father. Why? Because here what happens, mixing is taken place of DNA copying. While making DNA copying, here mixture of the DNA material has taken place, which leads to variation. So it is very clear for you to have a reproduction, means to have a variation in reproduction. Sexual reproduction is the best option to have a variation. So variation, it leads to variation. Sexual reproduction leads to variation because of the mixing of the genetic material, that is DNA copying, during DNA copying. Because no DNA copying is the we can say it's not a reliable process. DNA copying is exactly not a blueprint, right? DNA copying never takes, it has some errors, and these errors leads to variation. Do you understand? So sexual reproduction leads to variation. While what happens in the asexual reproduction, only one single parent is involved. So only single chromosome means only whatever the material is there, DNA material is there, that is only going to be transferred. So no exchange of DNA material or no exchange of chromosomes are going to be taken place over here. And so that what happens, very less amount of variation is taking place. Very less amount of variation is going to be takes place. Whenever I shall explain you asexual type of reproduction, that time it will be more clearer for you. But just now you keep in mind, so it can be a point of difference. Here we have even completed the 2 points of differences in the reproduction. Sexual reproduction means 2 partners are involved, while only single parent is involved, or only 2 parents are involved here in the sexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction, only single parent is involved. Second is, it leads to variation. This sexual reproduction leads to variation, while asexual reproduction, we cannot say less or no variation. Very less or no variation is taking place over here. Understood? So these 2 points are also covered. So now we will go for the why variation is required. What is the importance of variation in an ecosystem? What is the importance of variation in... Okay. Now what is the importance of variation, student? In my last topic, in DNA copying, I said you DNA copying leads to variation. But what is the importance of the variation? Why variation is required? That we will see now. This topic is connected with the next topic, further topic, that is heredity and evolution. In that topic, we are going to have a detailed explanation about variation, and variation leads to speciation. Speciation leads to evolution. We are going to talk in that further topic. But what we are going to do here, what is the importance of variation and how it gives us survival advantage to a particular individual or particular species, we will see. So this is the next topic, that is importance of variation. See students, whenever any particular organisms, now we will talk about any particular organism or a particular species. See students, we are knowing a particular kind of species is living. See, suppose if there is an ecosystem, that is aquatic ecosystem. In that aquatic ecosystem, what happens? On all aquatic animals and aquatic plants are involved. Terrestrial organisms are not involved in it. And if we'll talk about terrestrial ecosystem, means the organisms which are living on a land, then what happens? Only those species are involved in it. Understood? And if we'll talk about aquatic ecosystem, then aquatic animals, aquatic plants are involved. And ecosystem means what? Students, already you are knowing. Okay? Plant species and animal species are living in a harmony in a particular system, that is called as an ecosystem, we are knowing. So what happens if we will take a particular group of organisms or particular group of species, if we will take, then that particular organisms or species lives in a particular place in an ecosystem. Right, and that is called as a, that the proper word is also there for it, habitat. Okay, habitat is also called as a living place or their dwelling place. Dwelling place. Okay, means a particular kind of species or particular kind of organisms are living in an ecosystem, that is called their habitat or the dwelling place, and the proper word is niche. Niche. Okay, occupies some particular space, particular place in an ecosystem is called its niche. Understood? Niche or means simply we can say a habitat or a dwelling place of or living place of a particular organism. Means in an ecosystem, there are various kinds of species are living in a particular area. Okay, that's it. So niche is clear for you, I think. Occupies some particular place in an ecosystem is called niche. Okay, now what happens? So question may ask in the examination, what is meant by niche. So you should understand, occupies some particular place in an ecosystem is called niche. Okay, so now what would happen in that niche or in that particular species which is living in a particular ecosystem? What will happen? Either variation would take place or variation would not take place. If a particular species would be there, then this particular species would survive only for the two things. What are those two things, students? That are nutrition and reproduction. What are those two things? Nutrition and reproduction. Means if that particular species is getting enough food in that particular area, that will be present there and that will survive over there. If that particular species is getting a proper partner for the reproduction, then also that particular species will be living over there. Means particular species is surviving for the two things, nutrition and reproduction. Understood? If these two things are getting in that particular area, then they are not going somewhere else, means they are not migrating. Okay, so nutrition and reproduction, the species are involved or species are meant to be there for these two things. So during these things, what happens? Climatic changes are also coming. Climatic changes or what? That is also called as environmental changes. Environmental changes. Environmental changes. Environmental changes means what? A rainfall, right? A rainfall, a heavy rainfall, a flood, increased temperature. Either temperature can be increased or temperature can be decreased. Something will be flooded. Means there will be, due to the heavy rainfall, there will be flood or there will be a scarcity also. There will be drought also. Okay. So these are some environmental changes can be takes place. Means extreme heat can be increased. Means above global warming. Means if the climate is now 40 degrees Celsius, then climate may increase to 70 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Celsius. That is called as a temperature may increase or temperature may decrease. Okay, there should be flood, there will be rainfall, there will be drought. So there are various environmental changes are taking place into the environment. If these changes are there into the environment, then the species which can fight into that environment, means the species or the organisms can fight against that, means can have adaptation. If they would try to survive in that changed environment, that is called as adaptation. If they try to do this, those organisms will get survive. Do you understand? And those who will not be able to change themselves according to the environmental condition would be died. They will never survive. Why they would not survive? Because they are not ready to change themselves. Means there will be no variation. If there will be no variation, they will not survive. They will die. It will leads to death. It will leads to death. Understood? But the organisms, a group of particular organisms would try to change according to the environment. That particular organism, means that particular species of organisms will have changes in themselves, means will try to withstand in that particular condition, and so that what would happen, they will change themselves, means there will be variation, and that variation will give them survival advantage. Understood? That variation will give them survival advantage, and from this the new species also can be arised. That point will be discussed in the heredity and evolution. But if the particular organisms, a group of organisms or a species is able to change itself according to the environmental conditions, means if there would be variation, then this generation there is some variation, in second generation there is a another variation, in third generation if there would be more variations would be there in every generation, then that variation would lead to speciation, means a different kind of species also can be formed due to the continuous variation. So variation would lead to speciation, and by all means speciation would lead to evolution. So this is the concept of evolution that we will learn in heredity and evolution. So variation would give a particular species survival advantage. Okay, you might be knowing survival of the fittest, means the organisms will try to change itself according to the climatic condition will survive, otherwise they would die. So here I would like to give one example. See, there is a bacterial population, say, and there are some bacteria, there is a group of bacteria which can survive, means suppose if there is a 50 degree Celsius temperature and there is a group of bacteria which can survive in that 50 degree Celsius. Okay, after some time temperature get increased up to 60 degree Celsius. This bacterial population also is able to survive in 60 degree Celsius. After some years, the temperature increased up to 70 degree Celsius. Then to bacterial population is able to withstand with this 70 degree Celsius. Then what will happen? What they had done? They changed themselves. They changed themselves, right? Means there is a variation. And because of this variation, they give them survival advantage. Means they survive. They change, they survive. And there is another group of bacteria did not survive. Why did not survive? Because did not change. Means there is no variation. Variation, if there is no variation, death occurs and that particular species vanished. So, to have a various species, to have a evolution, variation is very, very important. Do you understand, student, the concept of variation? So first again I would like to explain you importance of variation, that is for the particular organism or species. Niches means what? The occupies some particular place in an ecosystem is called niche, and the particular niche or particular species of organisms are dying for two things, that is nutrition and the reproduction. So if then they are getting a proper nutrition and reproduction, then they do not migrate, they are being over there only. So this particular type of organisms, if there would be no variation, then these organisms could not survive and eventually they die. And if there is a variation, then sometimes this variation is beneficial for the individual. This variation is beneficial for the individual and giving survival advantage. Well, sometimes if the variation is harmful, yes, this is also one more point which I forgot to tell you. Sometimes variation is there, but that variation, if this variation is not giving them survival advantage, means if any kind of disease would be there, if any kind of disease would be there and that disease has come during sexual reproduction, means such kind of variation of the diseases would come into that particular population, then that disease may cause death for that organism. So such kind of variation is harmful, and so this is also will not give a survival advantage. This point keep in mind, student, because this point I am going to explain you in detail in heredity and evolution. That time I shall remind you, we have seen this in our previous topic. So keep in mind this point, harmful and beneficial. But if the variation is beneficial, then it will give survival advantage, and if the variation is not beneficial, it is harmful, then it does not give a survival advantage. So environmental changes such as heavy rainfall which leads to flood, then drought if there will be scarcity of water, then extreme temperature. So here I have tried to explain you with the help of the bacterial population, bacteria. So the bacteria which can survive even with the less body design, if they can survive at the 70 degree Celsius, then such organisms or such bacterial population is able to change, is able to variation, it is responsible for the variation which will give them survival advantage. And the group of another population of bacteria which is not ready to change would not survive, there would be no variation, eventually cause death and would eventually particularly that species would be vanished. In this manner the new species are rising into the population and some species are getting vanished. So this is the concept of the importance of the variation. Thank you very much.